Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. So today we are doing the wedding barn. Now this is actually a build that we are going to use for the Let's Play I'm currently doing with my two characters, and they really want to get married. So it's about Jason and Nathan. They want to get married, so we needed a wedding venue, and I said to you guys in the Let's Play that I were gonna build a venue for them. So I built this really cute looking barn, and as you could see in the video tour in the beginning, I think, at least I think, it turned out freaking cool looking. Like, it's just the perfect wedding venue. I love how this turned out. So before we get really into the video, I just want to say, if you haven't already subscribed, why not do so? I upload videos every single week, multiple videos every single week, and yeah, we're trying to reach 100k subscribers this year, so giving a like and a comment down below, also subscribing and sharing with your friends would really help me out. So go do that, and again, let's jump back into the build here. So we've done the whole terrain thing. I really wanted to have the build on top of a hill here, so we kind of created this swooping what do we call, like, walkway, pathway thing up to the barn area, and then we're gonna decorate that a little later on, but I just wanted to get the barn aesthetics really down. So I know there's a lot of different types of barns. I went for a barn that's maybe a bit more American looking, which I thought really fit the style that is in The Sims already. So The Sims 4 is a game with a lot of American, like a lot of American styles. Yeah, and I really thought this build needed to be kind of American looking as well. So we created this main barn area, and then like this side tacked on build where there's going to be bathrooms and a little kitchen area. So the whole idea about this whole build is that you are gonna have the whole wedding up here. So you're gonna have the ceremony, and afterwards you can go onto the lawn where we're gonna create a nice big seating area for people, and they can enjoy food, which is gonna be on the porch area. There's gonna be a dance floor. We have like a whole picture area and a bar area, and it's just overall a really good, fun place to have a wedding. And I think it looks beautiful, like, just not even beautiful, like BEA beautiful. I love how this turned out, especially the inside of the barn area here. I think that is just like, you know, there's always a part of a cake that's just the best part that you always save for last. Like some people like frosting. This is frosting on top of a cake. It's the thing that's just like you can't let go of. That's kind of how I feel about this build at the moment. So we are in the front entrance of the barn here. I really wanted to have a nice big entrance area. Also, seeing that this is a barn, I wanted to have the great big doors in front of it, so you could definitely see when you come up the hillside of the walkway pathway that this was a barn. And yeah, I went through a ton of different colors here, as you can see, but this is actually the color scheme we're gonna settle on. So I wanted to have it be a bit more muted in the colors, because we have this very rough looking roof. And also inside the barn where the ceremony would be held, I put in a ton of details here. So tons of columns, like these support things. We have tons of plants, lights. Just overall, I tried to make it very festive and decorative inside the barn area. But I just created this support system inside the barn. If you have ever been in a barn before, at least here in Denmark, I'm not actually sure, but I believe it's the same thing in America. But here in Europe, barns have like all of these support pillar things going throughout the build to kind of keep everything up, and I tried to recreate that. So we use the pillars, we use these kind of support beam things, and I just went to town. I mean, I wanted it to look really cool. Also, we're gonna put some lights on top of that. We're gonna put in some plants, you know, some hanging plants, ferns, stuff like that, just to make everything look really good. And you're gonna see that in the video tour in the end as well. But I'm still doing the decorations. I wanted to have, I mean, I wanted it to be modern, but I still wanted it to be a traditional barn wedding. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Glee. I mean, most of you probably have. Glee is one of my favorite shows in the world. And there is this episode in season 6 where Brittany and Santana is getting married, and they're kind of getting married in this barn area. I took a lot of inspiration from that, just because I thought it was such a beautiful venue. I spruced it up a bit because this is a Sims, and I can't help myself. I need to put my own touch and style on it. So I was trying out a lot of different things with excuse me, with the lighting. So you're gonna see that, and this is something I've said before in my previous videos this year, but in 2019 I'm trying to show you guys like everything. So every time I also make mistakes, or I'm changing my mind about something, you're gonna see that, because people said, oh, why didn't you show that, or we would have loved to see that, and you know, just stuff like that. So I decided just to show freaking everything, and you're gonna see everything, like every time I make mistakes, because I make mistakes too, even though I would like to say that I don't, but I do. Just some sip of water. So yeah, I'm gonna show you everything. Also, that means I'm gonna show you when I change stuff, and when I actually decide to change stuff. For example, the lighting inside the barn. So I just put some hanging plants inside as well, and I wanted to have tons of greenery in here because I knew this was going to be a I don't want to say I was going for like a fairy tale-esque look, but I wanted to have that fairy tale barn experience, you know, like the ones you always see in the movie. So that's kind of what I tried to recreate here, and we go through a lot of stuff. I know there is, and for the life of me I couldn't find this, and this is a problem with the way that things are cataloged in The Sims. I honestly sometimes I don't understand how or why things are there, and what category or what to search for that matter, because the names are so weird as well. But I was searching for these flower petal thingies you could throw on the floor. I could only find the ones that are purple, but I know that there are ones where you can actually make them white or blue or whatever your heart's desire is, and I couldn't for the life of me find them. I would have loved to have those in the middle of the aisle, so it would have looked really cool, like a mixture of that and greens. That would have looked awesome. I tried this thing out here, making the aisles like more stone, because we have the general flooring, which is wood all over. Like most of the things in here is wooden textures, so I wanted to break things up, and that's also why we have curtains everywhere, greens, and yeah. But the aisle started to look really good here, and I wanted to have like this stone aisle going through the barn, but I actually decided to delete that in a bit. And this is just where I'm searching for that freaking petal, flower petal, flory thingy. I don't know. I couldn't find it, so I decided to go with something else. So yeah, we're working on the aisle now, and I really wanted to, when you come up through the aisle, you could see these beautiful trees in the background just lit up. And I intentionally chose this lot because the view was amazing. So the aisle, just where the wedding arch is gonna be, there's this amazing view overlooking the waterfront, which I loved. So that's, I totally chose this lot intentionally because I just thought it looked so good. We're putting in some more decorations in the top of the barn here. I wanted tons and tons and tons of decorations. We're also going to, right in the end I actually believe, put in some more lighting fixtures in the bottom of the aisle that kind of goes over, which has like this more city bohemian type of vibe thing going on, which I really loved. I thought that looked really cool. Of course, I wanted to have a what is that called, like a pedestal thing where we could maybe have, like, I'm not a religious person, but I still think that if you're gonna have a wedding and you want to be like wed by a minister, you have to have the Bible and stuff like that. I'm not a religious person, but I can see why people want that. Yeah, I don't actually think I want to get married. If I were to get married ever, it would have to be because my partner wanted to get married. I really don't believe that much in marriage, and I can already hear in the comment section from Americans and stuff like that. I know Americans take like marriage very serious, and that's totally fine. But I'm not the biggest believer in marriage. If you're in love, I honestly don't see why you need a ceremony or piece of paper to tell you that you're in love. But every person has their own feelings about this, I'm sure, so let's just skip that topic altogether. Okay, we are creating the porch area here. I wanted to have this raised up a bit, just so we could actually we could see the difference between the grass area, where we're gonna have all of the seating areas as well, and the general build area. So that's why I chose to do that. I also chose to have like this part in the back raised up as well. Not that they really need it, because they're not gonna go out there. There's like tons of decorations, but you know, just to make everything cohesive and nice. And putting tons of, I'm gonna say tons a lot of in this video, but putting tons and tons and tons of decorations on the side of the building in form of some crawling plants, some like ivy and stuff, and I just thought that also looked really good. I mean, I'm overall just super happy about how this turned out, and I'm honestly also kind of amazed at the way I got this build to work, because in my mind, I said this on Twitter as well, but I actually tried to build this yesterday and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to do it. I deleted it 2 times because I was not feeling it. And I've said this to you guys before, but if I'm at that stage where I don't really feel for a build and I feel like it's just not good and I don't have my heart in it, I know it sounds really corny, but if I'm not inspired by a build, it's gonna turn out terrible. Like, it's gonna be bad. That's just the way it is. I mean, and I'm honestly not gonna do a build just to upload it for the views. I want to be able to also for myself have the build up because I think it's freaking beautiful. And yesterday the build just turned out bad. The first time, like, really bad. The second time, still I wasn't feeling it, and I wrote this to Fry as well. Simproved that I was like, because she told me what she was gonna build and I wasn't feeling it, and she sent me pictures of her build and it looked freaking amazing, because of course it would, and I wasn't feeling it. So I actually went to bed. I did my homework and then I went to bed without a build, but I still want to try and keep up this kind of streak I have of uploading builds every single day. I think we can still do it for as long as I still have the time for it. So I'm sorry if you can hear Zoe in the background. She's playing with her freaking ball. It's just like, it doesn't even matter if I wave my hand. She's like, what are you doing? I don't care. But yeah, I wasn't feeling those builds, and then I tried again today when I got home from school and created this. It was just like, yes, this is it. This is what I tried to do yesterday. So it is gonna be uploaded today. Like, duh, honestly, you're watching it, but it is going to be uploaded. So we actually still keep the uploading streak of every single freaking day ever since the new year started, which is good. I'm just putting in tons and tons and tons and tons of trees. I know you must be very tired of that word by now, but I wanted to really not so much hide the build, but I wanted it to be like very secluded in the world. So you could kind of see, you could see all of these trees, and you could see like, oh, there's like this beautiful pathway leading up to somewhere because there's lights. Where does it lead? And then on the top of the hill you can kind of see the top of the barn area, but you can't really see what it is. I loved that idea, so that's why I put in like a ridiculous amount of trees. You might be thinking, okay, so that's weird, but I loved how it looked, and just like, it's just secluded, and it's like its own thing. I love it. So we're moving outside here. We're almost done with the build. Oh, I actually lied before. I didn't show you everything in this build because I honestly forgot to build it when I had already done all of the editing. I totally forgot to do the bathrooms and the little kitchen area, but I promise you it's nothing special. It's like the most simple bathrooms and the most basic kitchen in the world, and yeah, there's like really nothing to show. If you want to get the build and see the whole build and like with the bathrooms and stuff, it is on the gallery right now, just like some shameless promoting on my side. And we are almost at the finish line here, so this is kind of the outside seating area. I think it looks really awesome. I wanted to go with whites again because there's just something about a white wedding which I honestly really love. And some seating areas on the porch. We're also going to put in the, I believe they call it gourmet buffet area on the porch, so you can go up there to get some food. Yeah, we're gonna put it in right now. No, okay, we're gonna do the dance floor first. So I wanted to have the dance floor over here, and we're gonna put, oh, there we go, with the buffet tables. So buffet tables, dance floor, bar area, which I actually do move in just a couple of seconds. But I wanted to have the DJ booth as well. This one looked the most portable, which I really liked, and of course a place where a photographer is there to take all of the beautiful wedding photos and kind of like congratulations wishes and stuff like that for the happy new couple. So here we have the build, and again, remember, if you want to get this build, it is on the gallery right now, so go search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, and you should be able to find it, or you can follow the link down below. Speaking of links down below, again, some more shameless promoting on my part, go follow me on Twitter, where I post like little teasers of stuff, general information about what I'm doing in my life and what I'm doing at school, and it's also the place where you can get in touch with me if you have a build you want me to do, or like an idea for a build. Look at that, looks so good, I love it. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Again, if you enjoyed this video, why not leave it a like, why not? I mean, just do it. And yeah, leave it a like, share it with your friends if you feel like there's anybody who should see this or would like this build. Share it with your friends, and if you haven't already subscribed, go subscribe down below and click the notification bell, so you're gonna get notified every single time I upload a video. And yeah, as we watch the last couple of videos here, there's nothing else for me to say other than I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're gonna have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!